Alright, welcome everyone. Gonna get kicking in a second. Keen to try this out, not gonna lie. It's gonna be a very different type of stream from anything we've done previously. Hoping that everything's gonna sound really nice. And yeah, let's kick into it. So, premise for today. Essentially what I want to achieve is to have a list of Zelda characters and potential designs organized and collected together so that we can do this as a tattoo. Now, I always had the idea of going for a Zelda themed sleeve. I've always been a fond person of the idea of like a video game tattoo sleeve. Zelda was of course one of the first big Nintendo franchises that I was ever interested in, so I'm keen to get this moving along. Let's quickly turn down that music for myself so I can hear you guys a bit clearer. I went up on here as well, just so that you guys can still hear a little bit. So yeah, idea for today. I want to get a list of characters together for a bit of a collage. So what I thought we'll do to get the ball rolling essentially is look at some characters with a little bit of background, I guess. Just kind of see what the situation is. Originally my idea, and it's a bit of a harder one to pull off, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted a unique character from each of the mainline games of Zelda. So when I say mainline, I'm talking anywhere from, let's go anywhere from The Legend of Zelda NES games, any of the SNES, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance ones. We will include Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. Oracle of Seasons. I can't remember what the other one's called now. Oracle. Sorry, Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages, I think is right. So yeah, either way, we're gonna look into some of these designs, some of these characters, and kind of work our way through that, I guess. So I guess what I wanted to do was find a unique one, put it together, give it to my mate, and he was gonna run with that and, you know, create a design for us. What I then found out was that it's actually a little bit harder to find a unique character from each of the mainline games that are actually going to be recognizable as Zelda characters. I did have an idea of then going for a boss from each of the Zelda games. I liked that idea, and then it came down to like going, okay, well, which one, which boss is the most memorable to me? And a lot of the time it was just the first boss. First boss is always most memorable. It's your like enemy encounter in Zelda games that actually poses a challenge for it. So what we're gonna do, let's go see what Nintendo has. Actually, Nintendo's got a fair few lineups. Let's go with on a guess, wait a minute, let's go into Legend of Zelda. I want to know moves, list of cameos. Okay, so these are all the games battle things. So we can go with this. Now we won't include any of the Zelda games that were made on other consoles. Like, I don't want to do Cadence of Hyrule for one. Main reason being is because Cadence of Hyrule is technically not a Zelda game; it's a Zelda theme game. Nothing from the CDI, unfortunately, and I probably won't include anything that has like a Link-like character. So just go back here and every Zelda game. Now this I probably could have done beforehand. We'll roll with it. So that's pretty much a list of everything we need there. So let's go into our PowerPoint. I'm just going to add it here for now. So I created a little bit of a PowerPoint slide that we were going to make up together and kind of work through from that. I realized that this is a bit harder for you guys to see, so I might this is going to pose a challenge. So I'm gonna bump up the text here. Let's just do this quickly. I just want to change the design. Go with let's think about this. A new slide. Content 1. Remove this fella here. We're just going to bring it up. We're actually going to take the text out of here. Paste. Cool. That works. You can see that a little bit better. It's not great, but hopefully you guys can see. I'm going to do almost done. Made it bold as well, so you guys can see it a little bit easier. Either way, what we want to do, we're going to want a slide for each of these. We're going to want a slide for each of these games, and we're going to go look for some images of characters and learn a bit more about their lore. So, take The Legend of Zelda. We're in here. Let's okay. Out. So, Legend of Zelda then. That there, I think. Oh, yeah. Can I not? Why is it so low? Like super large. Oh, there's a space there. Right. Okay, now we can raise it a little bit. Go with that. So Legend of Zelda. Who should we pick for the original Legend of Zelda game? Now, if I was to look this out here. I'm just trying to think. Let's go characters original and so here we go, Zelda Wiki. Zelda Wiki will have all the answers we need, I believe. This should be pretty straightforward from this point. Let's have a look in here. So, not actually. Is there not a more comprehensive list than this? Like, there's the entrusting old man. Okay, so they had a lot of the same sprites back in the old Zelda game. That's interesting. That makes life so much harder, like straight off the bat. Let's think here. So, I feel like the original Link is the only way to go. I don't really want to do the old man. The merchants don't look right. And to be honest, I never completed the game to even see what Zelda looks like. So I'm honestly at a loss on this one, like straight off the... Ah, there are more. I wonder if bosses or maybe enemies might be the better idea. There are a fair few weird looking character designs in this already, so it's quite interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see here. Also just gonna have a little look. Let's have a little look. I think we've got a few different designs here that I quite like the look of. The original Stalfos would actually be pretty cool. I feel like that would be a pretty sweet idea. The keys are fine, you know, I feel like the keys could be a little bit better. So much spam on these websites, dude. It's crazy. Look at this for a little bit. Okay, so the levers are pretty cool. I would say the Lionel is a pretty interesting concept for this because we don't ever really see much of the Lionels. Like they're a very mysterious enemy in terms of like usage. I do like the Armos as well. Wonder, is there more to these? Okay, so we got the bosses. Dome. And a Gleok. I love that the Gleoks are like, they're just so different now. Like, This Gleeok here has like an extra couple of heads or something. So I'm quite surprised. There's that many. Let's go with. I mean, I think it's gonna have to start off with the original Link. I find that so weird that I can't think of any other characters that I feel meet that criteria. I don't want Ganon, like straight up don't want. The fairy would be an interesting concept, I would say. I definitely am not sure whether it would be credible, but I mean, I do kind of like the idea. The red moblins, I'm not sold on red moblins. The fairy might be okay, but I think Link might have to actually be the first character. So, oh wow, okay, so that just opens a sprite. I wonder if there's like an art style for Link from the original game. So Alright, maybe this will give us a bit more context that we're looking for. Let's go with... okay. See, this is Link to the Past. I would say... this was the actual... I wonder... I wonder if there's art on it. So it looks like this pose here. So this image here looks to be... Oh, copy image. Here's the picture. Is that image just... Oh no, the image is just stretched to the point where it is... My lord. Alright, so... I think we're going to have to go with Link on this one. I think we may actually have to go as Link for the very first image. That's really interesting because I thought there would be a little bit more to work with. Original concept art for Link. Actually, if I still don't think this is right. Let's just delete this quickly. Let's I'm gonna get rid of that. We're just gonna paste the image. That's much better. I might have to do that with the others as well. Concept art, I think that might just have to be it, because I don't think we might have to review, see whether we're actually happy with. But I definitely want to get a few more people's input for. Let's go with number 2 on the list. which was The Adventure of... Now, this one does have a fair bit more in terms of... Does have a fair bit more in terms of like concept art, because I think a lot of people started getting into the game by this point. There was a lot more hype around the action, and I think a lot more people appreciated it. Alright, give me once. Let's actually even... Can I edit this while I'm going? I'm gonna change that now. I don't know if this is gonna help me in it, but we'll see how this goes. I'm hoping that what's happened is you should see the theme change into The Legend of Zelda. Might be a bit more interesting. But yeah, let's continue forward. So I think from Legend of Zelda Adventures. See. Now we do have more Link in his stuff. There's a very questionable photo there. That's a bit odd. Let's let's move along. Let's go into the Adventures of Link. Like this should, in theory, the Nintendo website should hold a lot of information on these older games, especially. Does not contain very much from what I can see. This is proving to be a little bit on the sad side of things. Hope that you pick up a little bit. Let's go through the Zelda wiki. Let's explore characters. Go list of characters in all the Legend of Zelda series. Adventures of Link. Let's find more on the characters from here, because there's got to be more of them, right? Like they've got to have at least brought out a bit of extra content. I feel like there's going to be some sort of concept art for some of these characters. So I don't want to get these guys like 1-for-1 tattooed on me. I mean, it's pretty funny, but some of these guys just, they're not it, you know. Let's have a look. Oh. I wonder if Adventures of Link. Okay, there's gotta be like a little bit more in terms of other art. Who have we got? We have not got much. this is hard. Because again, like, I mean, it's the 80s. There's not really that much in terms of concept. Oh, acoustic harmonica. Harmonia, sorry. Oh my god, how are you? Welcome everyone, hope you're doing well. Thanks for the raid, really appreciate it. I've got to say, like, this is really hard. At the moment, I'm trying to get a concept for a group of, like, Zelda characters, one from each of, like, the mainline games. Yeah, a whole bunch of... Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's good. Yeah, quickly sort out my... let me just... Oh, large. Did not set it to be that. That might be. But I called the stream because 4 in the morning. Damn. 4 in the morning. That is insane. How are you still awake? Yeah, thanks so much, dude. Take care of yourself. I will catch you at some point soon. I'll have to come check out your streams at some point. Things you do them so late, it shouldn't be too hard to get to you. But yeah, thanks very much for raiding along with your friends there. We'll some more catching up soon. Keen. Alright, take care, dude. Alright, so let's oh, what? I just want to get my stream at work. Lord. Way to start the stream. Okay. I think I've broken it now as well. Of course I've broken it. That's hilarious. So yeah, what I'm trying to achieve right now, I want a character from The Legend of Zelda, The Adventure of Link. I think with this, it's really hard to find a piece of art or something that can be used as part of a tattoo. I wonder if it's worth... if I just search The Legend of Zelda, The Adventure of Link, I wonder if there's something, like a screenshot that I can find that kind of sums it up. I kind of like the idea of going with where's like Zelda's laying down. But again, doing that as a tattoo is going to be monstrously difficult. Are there any like icons or something? There's got to be something I can use that would warrant getting as a part of a tattoo. So I think let's keep scrolling through. And even then, even if we think about like modernizing it somehow, I think that would be pretty sweet. There's a way that we can take something that looks a bit more on the old side and then make it a bit more modern. Wonder. Okay, screenshots. You say is like the most Zelda like maybe I need to come back to the older ones. Let's start from the other side, I think, because the other side would have a bit more to go off of. Let's reverse the order then. Let's go with. I just don't need that. Let's take this fella out. Let's go. Tears of the Kingdom, right? Let's remove you. We can just remove this whole box. Like, got the text there. That's kind of the main thing we're looking at. Who are we thinking as a relatively like iconic character within Tears of the Kingdom? There's got to be like a particular particular person within the game, or like a Goron or a Gerudo. Something that's gonna scream out, all right, well that has to be Tears of the Kingdom. Now my thought process was going something like Rauru, who I think would be a very interesting character to use. Because Rauru, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that want Rauru on their, incorporated into their tattoos. So it is an interesting thought. My only problem with that, I guess, is that, I mean, Rauru will always be remembered for this game. The question is there a better character than Rauru for Tears of the Kingdom? I mean, there is Ganon. Ganon in Tears of the Kingdom is like, I would say, is the best Ganon in on a personal level. Like, I think the latest Ganon is the most terrifying. But I'm not talking about like hot dad bod, like Samurai Ganon. I'm thinking more like the beast Ganon. I really like that, like overpowered, overcharged Ganon. The hard one because he's got like a few forms, a few like. I really like this image here. Like, that image is just so cool. Just the demonic looking Ganon going on here. I do like this site seems to be giving us different Ganons. Here's the Kingdom Ganon. What's this? Oh, Link Between Worlds Ganon. Yeah, okay, interesting. This is actually really cool. I quite like this. It's fun. Oracle of Ages, yep. Ocarina of Time Ganon. Now that is a Ganon that is a beast. Like, absolutely. I'm thinking we go for Ganon as our final character for Tears of the Kingdom. Now I just gotta figure out what kind of imagery do I want. I kind of do like the... Let's go... Where is the full... let's go open image in new tab. I quite like that imagery. Not very square onto the character's model though. Like I do definitely prefer having like a much more like straight on Ah, here we go. Wait a minute. Let's see. That's a much better picture. Of course. It isn't the easiest. Oh god. I wish Microsoft would sort out their Office suite with some decent imagery there. Like some decent like automations and stuff. Tis the Kingdom. Let's let's now start on I just shut down the other page. Do Breath of the Wild. Think characters from Breath of the Wild. There's got to be a ton of them, right? Like surely. Da, 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 da. I wonder. Best. All right, best characters in Breath of the Wild. Characters in Breath of the Wild. That is really hard. If anyone else has any ideas, feel free to chime in. I swear, like I will struggle otherwise. Could do a Guardian actually. Check out some Guardian imagery. Quite like the shooting. Yeah, let's take the shooting Guardian, because I feel like if there's anything that describes Breath of the Wild more, I haven't ran into it yet. So let's go do that image, put this one over. Let's do that. Let's change this. Legend of Zelda Breath of that, and then paste our little image here. We've got pretty large fella. That's good though. I like that. So I'd want to delete it all. Alright, let's Legend of Zelda, get rid of this fella here because we don't need them. Format the text from here. Oh. Format the text from here and bring copy and paste it back. Of any spaces. Oh wait. Oh, that seems to work well for me. What are you? Alright, so what's the next Zelda game? Before Breath of the Wild was Trinity Force Heroes. I'm not interested in that one. Multiplayer Zelda games were not always my favorites. I know that Trinity Force Heroes wasn't necessarily a physical like multiplayer game. It was multiplayer in the sense that you were split into types of link. Each one of them had their own ability, so you just kind of flip-flopped through those. So Link Between Worlds. Now I think I already know who I want from a Link Between Worlds. Okay, so A Link Between Worlds, I think, was like the first of the Zelda games where I got into it. And something happened along that time that I was playing it that made me stop. Instantly stopped for some reason and then never picked it back up again. So I do have a good idea for this one, and I think I'm gonna do Ravio. Pretty sure his name's Ravio. Let's go with yeah, so Ravio to me is like the best pick that I can think of. No one saw this character being so integral into the story. I was very impressed when I got to the point in the game. We're gonna paste the image. I'm gonna drop it down. I think we're going Ravio for that, and let's go to the next one. So, I think Between Worlds, then Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword, like quite literally. Legend of Zelda. Skyward Sword. This one's hard because Skyward Sword is one of the again a game where I really enjoyed. Like I really did. I got to the end of the game, had a rage quit on stream, and decided not to get back up again after that. Never have I felt so outraged in losing a game like that badly. So it was a time. Let's go with Skyward Sword. Now I kind of have a good idea for this one. I think it might have to be Impa. Young Impa. I think this is probably the only time that we will ever see Impa as a younger person. Reason being is because it kind of goes against the original understanding of who the character is. You'll always see her as this wise old lady, but then, you know, to see Impa as this young, like, youthful character that, like, you just wouldn't have imagined that was going to be what Impa looked like. We all thought it was Sheik, and we were like, how is Sheik here? And then turns out it wasn't Sheik at all. It was actually Impa. Now I kind of like this image here. This is a pretty neat image. Let me save that one to here for a sec. My lord, that is a large image. Alright, so let's line them up. I think Sheik is Impa is a good outcome for this era. The other people, there were a few that were notable. Didn't want Groot. Let me just think. Didn't want the what's his name? He's got like a really interesting name because it's the same as the owl from Ocarina of Time or something. Like it backwards. Now, Fi, I could do Fi. A few different choices. Because Fi is technically like the spirit with the sword. And that's a pretty unique character to Zelda. A bit like how all of the assistants for Link have all come across like different people. Wonder what we. Fi is pretty integral. Do we ever see Impa in any other form? I don't remember Impa looking like that. Yeah, no, Impa's essentially always an older lady. Don't think we see her as anything else. Actually we do see Impa as Ocarina of Time. I forgot about that. That's right, because it's not that no one saw a Zelda. That's funny. I can't believe it. Just remembered that. Now, yeah, we don't see Impa as anything but Ocarina of Time Impa. And I've already got like ideas for what I want out of Ocarina of Time, so might have to be. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with Impa as Skyward Sword. I think that's a big one there. Alright, so Skyward Sword is fine. What was before Skyward Sword? Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks I definitely do want. The Phantom Armor. I think we definitely want this type of design. Now, I quite like this Phantom design as well. So let's go with open that in a new tab. I think we should definitely take Phantom. I think that works well for me. Is Spirit Tracks 2009. Yeah. And we'll decrease the sizing. and remove this box here and that box there, and we're gonna paste in, oops, delete that here, copy that image over. Yep, I think that keeps Spirit Tracks Phantom Armor. Now, Phantom Hourglass, that's an interesting one because I think I've got it and I've never played it. Like, I'm pretty certain I've actually gotten around. Or if I did, I played like 2 minutes of the game and never went further than. So wonder. Obviously a fair few characters. Now Lineback I think is the character for it. I don't think we can go with anyone except for Lineback. Let's open him up in a new tab. Ooh. Yeah, there's not a lot to choose from with Phantom Hourglass. I'm just having to think about this because be enough. I'm thinking. Yeah, it's gonna have to be Lineback. I don't think anyone else up there in terms of like importance. I guess apart from, never remember a name. Gotta tell me. I think we're actually gonna go with the Zelda clone. Can't remember what her name is. Tetra, like. I should have had that. Let's this. Let's just and just add in a quick text box. Legend of Zelda Phantom Class. That works for me. We're all good there. All right, I think from here, that formatting across. Hey, why didn't it work? Oh my god. There we go. Alright, Phantom Hourglass is done. Let's do the next one. Cool. Do that. Get rid of that. That down by 2. Let's remove these boxes there. Now, what have we got next on? So, we've just done Phantom Hourglass, Twilight Princess. Now, controversial opinion here, guys, but I'm quite the fan of Twilight Princess. Really enjoyed that game. That was a favorite of mine. And honestly, wish I could have had more time playing it. So this one I feel like should be pretty easy. We're gonna go with Midna. Oh, I lied. This. Oh god, can't spell. Alright. We are looking at go with alright. Now Midna is a tricky one to do without it looking sus. Do we do Midna in full form or do we do Midna reduced capacity? There's a lot of weird stuff on Midna that I'm not too keen on going on in depth, but there is a lot of it. Just have to tread carefully. I think Midna. I guess we can just grab a few images of Midna, like all together. Is this even open? Oh wow, it's actually like a very small picture of those character models. I think this is probably the best one that I can see at the moment in terms of like a genuine good picture of what Midna looks like. We probably make it a little bit smaller. Alright, that's saying that's the middle of the image, so I'm gonna leave that there. So we've got Twilight Princess, now the Minish Cap. Zelda Cap. Wow, is the Minish Cap really that much of a time difference between that and... That's interesting. Yeah. Wow, it was only a few years different. I forget how like quickly that whole childhood phase went. Just passed right by. Finish app. Oh, there's a few cool characters that I like the sprites of. So it's actually quite hard to determine which one I wanna go with. Barty would actually be pretty good for this. Or even just a Minish. Like, one of the Minish would actually be pretty good. No, I think I like Vati better. Vati's actually like a really cool concept design. from this game. Go in here, drop him there, shorten him down a little bit. Feel nice and crisp. Let's slide. Now, thinking about this, so Minish Cap and then 4 swords. I don't know if I want to do 4 swords, because again, multiplayer type game. Let's go with Wind Waker next, I feel. I think that's the only appropriate one. Oops. Waker character. Alright, we've got a fair few characters for Wind Waker. Wind Waker was, again, like, had a lot of models to it, so there was no shortage of different characters you could, you know, take a liking to. I feel like there's probably think model. Alright. Wind Waker model. Let's go the legend. I think what other characters were there in the game? That's kind of like a weird combination of Wind Waker and yeah, I didn't think about this, but Tetra is bugger. Because Wind Waker didn't have Tetra, right? Tetra was not in Wind Waker. They were. Damn it. This is making things very difficult. Alright. Let's try and work this out, because I feel like only other thing I can think of is doing ship. I gotta play Wind Waker. I've never been able to play it. Never had the game available to me. At some point I will have to sort that out. This is becoming increasingly difficult. Go back to right. Wind Waker 2003 characters. I guess, is Beetle's first appearance within Wind Waker? I feel like Beetle was in that was in Ocarina of Time or anything. This is hard, actually. Queen of the... Yep, so we've got all of that. A lot of character designs that we can work off of. I quite like the look of the Rito. Rito in this game were pretty... I mean, there is Tingle. Do I really want Tingle on me though? Like, that really... I want to put through. Let's work this out. So... Look. Back to this. Let's. I've gone backwards a few places. I don't know what's happened there. Wind Waker. All right, bosses. Maybe the bosses. Oh, I could do a boss from each of the games. That could be another route to take. Maybe do a boss from each of the games. Pretty sweet. There are the sub bosses as well, which are pretty cool. Even a Goma in there. The Dark Nuts. Although I'm quite liking the fan like the puppet Ganon in this. We might have to get together a list of a few different character sets. Let's just start another text box. Yeah. We were to pick one boss from games. $11. Alright, a boss from... Okay, like let's just do all Zelda games. Alright, surely there's gotta be something on this, right? So, if I go with the... Open up all of these. Bound to be some in here. So, let's put... can we put like a divider on here? I'm pretty sure we can. Wow, this has really slowed my computer down for some reason. Or RAM. Okay, so. Tab. Okay, so that's a really small picture. I wonder if I can just look him up because that would work for me. I can take this image. Yeah, okay, let's, oh God. Alright, so Aquamentus, so adventure, I think. Got for that one, surely there's a few, that one. So we'll get rid of that one. Bosses of the Adventures of Link, yep. Horsehead? There is a character called Horsehead. Oh my lord. Surely not. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Okay, what if I go back though and let's see what Shadow Link's artwork looks like. Oh, this is Shadow Link's artwork. Interesting. I think we'll have to look at a different one for that because Shadow Link, I think I only ever think of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, from what I understand. Interesting. I think we'll have to just do enemies for this. I think. I wonder if there's the original Lionel. Is there an original Lionel type situation? Yeah. A bit. Eggman. There's some weird names for some of these characters way back when. Like, it's pretty hilarious. Got an orange moblin. Not great art concepts. That's kind of what's rough about it. My lord. Bubble and a giant bubble. The iron knuckles are probably... Okay, so it's missing the original part of it. So we're not doing too good here, guys. Like, these older games have just got nothing that really stands out. I really want something that's gonna kind of like be memorable in my mind, like 20 years down the line. My lord. Alright, so we're not doing great. Got enemies and then we've got bosses. What about the characters? Prince of Hyrule. I mean, the sages would be a pretty good idea as well. Of like the whole old man kind of thing. And Zelda game's gonna be difficult. Edition. Ah. Wow, these older games, dude, they are a world of pain for finding good designs. I wonder if there's something that I can represent it with under, you know, I don't even know how to begin with these ones. Like, is there an item or something kind of memorable for Link's Awakening, Adventures of Link? A bowl of hearts? They called it a bowl of hearts. That's an interesting one. A handy glove. Wow. Magic jar. Not looking too hot. I wonder if we can get I think it's gonna have to be some sort of bot. We can't not have a bot. That looks pretty intimidating as well. So does Horsehead, but not interested in doing that personally. What's Thunderbird? Thunderbird seems interesting. When Link enters the chamber of Thunderbird, it will not be anywhere. It will not be anywhere to be seen at first. However, after a few minutes, it will swoop down upon Link from above and proceed to attack him with Fireball. Love that. It will have a red color to be invulnerable to attacks. Okay, so doesn't really appear in anything else as well. Like, it's purely just something you'll ever see in Adventures of Link. To be honest, it seems like a lot of the Adventures of Link doesn't have much in the way of like connection to other Zelda games. It's a very odd one. Head. I quite like this little design here. Like, he's funny. The Royal Guard. I kind of like him. Let's give him a little Google. Let's see what comes up. We search him up. Interesting. There's a few cool little bits of design, I guess. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm liking this little concept. Yeah. Now, getting him blown up to a big enough size is going to be difficult. I kind of like his design though. He's got a pretty fun image to him. I guess we could also check out Revenak. He's got a pretty sweet design as well. Don't know how easy that would be to do in like a modern style. Feel like it's gonna be hard though. Banak. Hmm. Now I'm starting to wonder whether it's worth going into looking into the games that I've played. Okay, so out of the games here, how many of these have I actually played? This one. Haven't played Adventure Link. I played A Link to the Past. Have played Link's Awakening, but only the new one. Oh, I've played the old one. I've got it, but I don't think I've ever actually finished with it. Ocarina of Time I've played. Majora's Mask I've played. Now I've got Oracle of Seasons, but I haven't properly played it through. Never played Wind Waker either. Didn't play the Four Swords games. I've got the Minish Cap. Twilight Princess I've played. Didn't play Phantom Hourglass. Did play Spirit Tracks. Did play Skyward Sword. I did that one on stream. Did play A Link Between Worlds. I've got that. I didn't play Trinity. Done that. And I've done. Okay, so. This is hard. As well as that, I guess I haven't had many people. Part of me that kind of wants to finish up a little bit early. I've got a big work week ahead, so what I think might be the best way forward is for me to send out some communications a bit more clearly next time. Work out why no one ended up coming through to chat with me. I haven't had anyone talking apart from Acoustic Harmonia, who came around earlier today, earlier in the stream. But guys, if you're interested in this, or if you want to put any input in, feel free to shout out in the comments. Like it's really important for me to know that you guys are here and that you're happy to keep going through all of this. What we'll do is we'll close things out for today, and we'll pick this back up next week. I'm thinking I'll get this prepared a little bit better so that you guys can it clearly. But I think we're going to focus on those highlighted topics. So I think let's go with the Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, Arena of Time, Majora's Mask, the Minish Cap, Twilight Princess, Spirit. I almost don't want to include Spirit Tracks. I'm not going to include Spirit Tracks. I'm going to go Skyward Sword. I want to do A Link Between Worlds. Breath of the Wild. and Tears of the Kingdom. I think we're going to go with that list there. So we'll just delete this whole thing there. Rid of this thing there. This is going to be our list now. So let's that up the ocean there. Yeah, what am I doing here? I'm gonna go with that. That's the list we've got there. So next week, what we'll do is we'll start up another stream. We're gonna go over all of these choices. We're gonna want one character from each of these mainline games, and what I would like to have is a full finished piece. So what I'm thinking at the moment, of course, is going to be for the first game, we might have, I think we're going to go with the old man. Take old man. For Link to the Past, I think we're definitely for Link to the Past, that's an interesting thought process, because I have a couple ideas, but which one I choose could vary vastly. Let's go with the Dark Nuts. We're in Zelda 1. Can't remember. There are a few different bosses for Link to the Past. Interesting. I ever remember what could do Helmasaur King. I have King. I'm sure Helmasaur King would be easy to do as a modern design. Yeah, we're gonna do Helmasaur King. I wanna utilize that one. So Link's Awakening. I don't remember too much of the bosses. The bosses are a little bit different in that one. That one's gonna be an interesting bit. Do you think the fish, yeah, angler? But I think we might do the I think the skyfish might be the best option. What's the girl's name? I can't remember what the girl's name. Who's that character? Marin. Marin was her name. Quite like the idea of getting Marin. Marin in the original Game Boy game of Zelda, I think would be the better way to go. I want an image of like the other Marin. I guess we can do this Marin as well. I think that Marin is fine, either way. Okay, Ocarina of Time. Most memorable Ocarina of Time characters. I think we can get a few different. I feel like Daruk would be pretty sweet to have. Or I could. Owl. Owl would not be a hard choice. Hmm. Could do some stages would probably. I mean, maybe Cape or Gable. Yeah, Kapora Gabor. I think is going to be my Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask is going to be Skull Kid. Minish Cap, I think, is going to have to be one of the Minish. Minish. Work that out at a later point. Twilight Princess is Midna. Skyward Sword, I think we decided on Impa. Link Between Worlds, Ravio. Breath of the Wild, I think is gonna be a Lionel. Tears of the Kingdom, probably gonna have to be Ganon. Out of these though, who is my favorite? Say the Minish Cap Link. The Yeah. I'd say he's got the one of the cooler designs. Either that or I go with Twilight Princess. And it's hard to tell Twilight Princess from other ones. So yeah, I could go pink. Could just go with the original Link design. Original Link design's kind of lame. Actually, Breath of the Wild Link is pretty. I think Breath like Champion's Tunic was a pretty big change from the with that's really hard. Still feel like the Lionel should be, but the Breath of the Wild Link is very different, and I couldn't honestly put it down to one thing or another why Link is like the most unique Zelda. Oh, did I forget about Wind? Oh, Wind Waker Link is pretty. Hard decisions are gonna be made at the end. Fierce Deity Link is also really awesome. Anyway, for another time, guys. Thanks very much, everyone, for coming along. I do appreciate all of your support. It'll be good to catch everyone for the next stream. We'll go over in detail a bit more information on everything. So hopefully you guys are keen to see that. If you're not, let me know. Straight up, don't mind doing this in my own spare time. Never been a problem to me. So guys, feel free to reach out. Let me know what you think. If there's any improvements that need to be made, let me know. Also, guys, feel free to jump onto my Discord. The details will be end credits here. So until next time, everyone, take care of yourselves. Be kind to one another, and yeah, out.